Hi everyone, welcome back to Planet Sally Soulstar. Today I have got a supermarket haul for you. Today is Sunday, it might not be when you watch this, but I went to the supermarket today, not just one but three, because I like to get certain items from certain supermarkets. Some of you might be the same, you know, you find that you can get things cheaper in other places or they might not stock that item. Being someone who's very much into food, who's vegan, likes different items of food, I find that different supermarkets carry different things that I like. So I'm just going to jump right in. So I went to Waitrose first. No, I didn't. Sorry, I went to Aldi. Okay, we'll start with Waitrose. Went to Waitrose and I was only going there for a few things, like they do the tofu that I have, the rye bread that I like, and I wanted to see if they had liquid smoke. So I did get all of those things. I finally found my liquid smoke that I've been looking for months. I don't know if it's going to focus in on this, but basically this is for when you want to give something that deeper smoky taste. So I want to experiment with making coconut bacon. That's another video, but I've been looking for this and I can't wait to get experimenting with it. The rye bread, it just looks like this, and it's just thin slices, and this one is a sourdough rye bread and it's so good. Not a lot of people might like it because it's quite tangy, it's, you know, it's quite an acquired taste, but I really enjoy it. I don't eat normal bread because I've given up normal bread and wheat, so I've found an alternative with having the rye bread, so I got that. And I also picked up my tofu. It's the same tofu that I always have. It's the Cauldron brand. Looks like this. This one's an organic one, and it's my favourite one. You can pick this up in many supermarkets, Sainsbury's, Asda. Then I got this one from Waitrose because it is a lot cheaper than the other supermarkets. So if you want tofu and you want to know where to get it from, pop to Waitrose and pick yourself one up. And also from Waitrose, I come across these, which I've been looking for the longest, or waiting for them to stock them in the shops. And it's the beef-free bagels. I've had their wraps and I've had their bread. I quite enjoy the bread, but I used to love bagels, and you know, obviously finding a gluten-free bagel is always a bonus, so I shall be having some of those. And I also picked up some buckwheat flakes by a brand called Big Oz, and used to have this before, probably like earlier last year, and I used to have buckwheat porridge, and I used to post that quite a lot, and then I just went back to having normal oat porridge. So I saw this again, so I was like, oh, I'll pick this up and I'm gonna have a go with buckwheat porridge again, just switch it up a little bit, you know. I think that was everything from Waitrose. I went to Aldi as well, and Aldi I just like to go and pick up certain things like my avocados, my cashews, what else? I get things like spices and cinnamon because they're a lot cheaper in that supermarket rather than the other ones. So things like avocados, they're usually 95p each, but I think they're a bit smaller, so these were 89p each. So some avocados, picked up some cashews that look like this, and these are a lot cheaper than other supermarkets, and I use these when I make my cookie dough balls, when I make a creamy sauce, if I wanted to make a cheesecake, so they're very versatile. I also picked up some strawberries just because they looked nice and juicy, an aubergine. Sure, you know what aubergine looks like. I really wish they wouldn't put these in packaging because it doesn't actually need it. I picked up some carrots, some organic carrots, and these were actually 70 something p if I'm right, so that's a real bargain for organic carrots. So yeah, check out those. And I've got some sweet potatoes and some apples, and I got some celery. So these celery, carrots, sweet potato, I'm going to be using those to make a soup, so that's why I needed to pick up those ingredients. And what else did I get? From Sainsbury's, I popped into Sainsbury's, I bought some frozen berries which are in the freezer. I normally buy blueberries and strawberries together and they just get thrown into smoothies, or if I wanted to make a jam, I just boil them down with some water and a bit of sweetener. And I picked up some coconut milk. These were on offer for 75p each. These are the ones that I usually buy. So these are bakes that I use for my soup, if I'm making a curry, if I'm making a cheesecake. Yeah, those are the three main things that I buy. Sorry, that I use coconut milk for. So I think those are all the items that I got from the supermarket, and like I said, I do shop around, I do buy things from different places because obviously either cheaper or they don't stock it in certain places. But I just wanted to show you a few of the things that I got and some typical things that I may buy in my shopping. It can change from week to week. So yeah, if you've got any questions about where I got anything from, like I said, I did go to 3 separate supermarkets, and if you want to know the prices of anything, then just leave me a message in the comment bar below. So I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.